Hello everyone, it's Loretta, and today is part 22, I believe, or 23, of my craft fair series 2018, where I show you what I'm making it, how to make it for yourself, and how much I'm selling it for at my craft fair, which is the 28th of July, and it's the very first one I've ever done, so wish me luck with that. So, first off, this is kind of what it's going to look like when it's done. And I'm going to go ahead and finish this one off, and then we'll do one from scratch. So, I am using hot glue today because I have it on my desk. Use reasonable caution when working with anything hot. And I'm going to put a dab of glue right here. You can be generous, don't be overly generous. And then I'm going to take my jumbo paper clip. You can buy these from, I've seen them at Walmart, I've seen them at the Dollar Tree. Just about anywhere you can think of that sells office supplies has these. Now I'm going to take a 1-inch circle and put that over the glue. And I'm going to take some even more hot glue. Being very generous with this. Nobody's really going to look at the back. I probably would have been a little bit more careful, or should have been. While it's still hot, you can kind of push it up underneath that piece. And you can use this, this is just a regular stylus, but you can use whatever you've got on your desk to push that glue into that die cut. And now I'm going to just take this and put it over on my craft mat and let it cool off and dry. Okay, so this paper is from Doodlebug Designs. It is from their Hello Sunshine collection. I think it's adorable. The first thing I'm going to do, and you can use a mouse pad to do this, you don't have to do it at all. You can either roll it with your fingers, or you can just take a stylus and just kind of start little swirlies. I find it easier to just take my thumbnail from the center to the outside, just like this. Easy enough. Now, what I'm going to do, this is a die from Sizzix. This is a Big Z die, and it is a bow die. I will leave a link down below for it. It will most likely be an Amazon affiliate link. It doesn't cost you any extra money, but it does put a little bit of, does give me a little bit of something back. I do mean a little bit. I think the most I've gotten is like $2, so every little bit helps these days. So I'm going to just bring these two ends together after putting hot glue right there in the middle. And I'm going to hold this in place. For those of you who don't watch my channel or you're new, I use a Sure Bonder hot glue gun, and it goes up to 400 degrees. So I am obviously probably a little overly conscientious of where my hands are in this hot glue. Okay, and once I have that together, I'm just going to use my fingers and pull off the excess glue that's on there. And I'm going to bring this down to my project. I'm going to go ahead and put a little hot glue, decide which way I want the pattern to run. But I'm going to put some hot glue right here. Don't need a lot. You can use regular school glue, will work for this. It just needs to be strong enough to hold everything together. Alright, once that is adhered down, this is the little wrap that goes around the bow and acts as its tie. You don't necessarily need to do this, but I'm going to. You'll see why I say you don't have to do this in just a second. eyeball that for center, and wrap this around. Sometimes it's easier said than done. Get it nice and tight. Now, if you were doing a double bow, which you can do with this die, you wouldn't need to cut this excess tail off, but I'm not going to be doing that, so we're just going to cut that little excess piece off, and I'm going to glue it back down. That's one drop of glue. Once again, using my stylus because I have it on my desk to hold this down while the glue sets. It certainly doesn't take very long. Okay, now that I have my bow completed, I've decided that I want to embellish it just like the last one with a flower. And to make one, you just want to start at one end. And I'm going to put a little dab, just a tiny little dab of regular just white glue. This is Tombow Mono Multi-Glue. And I am going to decide which side I want in and which side I want out. In this case, I'm going to want the green in because when you're looking at the bow, that's what you're going to see. And I really should have had this glue on that side, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. And you don't want to roll these so tightly that they won't unwind somewhat. And roll this into that glue, just like that. Sometimes these things can be very, very fiddly. Now, you can shape these petals if you want, and I recommend you do that, or you can just take it and turn it upside down, take your hand and squash it, and it will kind of form a little bit more of a flower shape. Flower from my collection, it's actually a dollar store flower branch thing. So I'm going to put some glue in the bottom. I'm going to just drop this into place and decide if I want more, and in this case I do want some more. Okay, so far that's what it looks like. So now I'm just going to take my hot glue and put a generous dollop right there in the middle of the bow and add my flower. I think what I'm going to do is use this darker blue. Yeah, I like that. Right there in the middle, once again, we're going to add some hot glue and press our jumbo paper clip into it. And while the hot glue is still wet, you can go ahead and add your center piece. This just helps hold things together and hides the glue. Now I'm going to go ahead and go over this from here to here. And take this bigger scallop circle, which is a 1.5 inch scallop circle punch. Put it in the middle and press it down. It is very hot to the touch. My hands are generally used to this heat, but if yours are not, I suggest just use a pokey tool, use whatever you got on your desk. You can use a pair of scissors and just hold this into place. And that's what it looks like. So here are these two pieces finished. I plan to sell these for $1.50 a piece, or two for $2. So then they feel like they're getting a bargain. I'm not sure how many of these I am going to make. I do plan to use up a whole lot of scraps and have them to coordinate with the stationery boxes and other things that are stationery themed that I'm making for this craft fair, so that it's kind of like an add-on. It's a little extra something that they can buy to complete their set. So thanks for joining me. I will talk to you all soon. Don't forget to subscribe to my videos. Hit that little bell if you want to be notified of when I upload. And give me a thumbs up. Share my videos on your social media. Stamp happy and be a blessing. Take care, everyone. Talk to you all soon. Bye for now.